There is very little left. Now, the main logic of animation will be described. This method draws the current frame. Clear canvas. We calculate the coordinates of the Moon and the Sun in accordance with the current angle of rotation. Check if the Sun has gone below the horizon. Let me remind you that the coordinate axes by default start at the top left point of the browser window. If the Sun's y-coordinate is less than the browser's height, then it's daytime, and you need to set the minimum transparency level for the gradient control points. In such a formula, the value will always be less than 1. The lower the Sun goes down, the closer the y value will be to the height of the screen, and the transparency will tend to 1, which means a complete opaque color. Otherwise, we use the following formula to calculate transparency. The formula is empirical and works well for the low moonlight lighting. The resulting value deviates insignificantly from 1 and provides the minimum values for transparency. Now we build the gradient using the already created method. Let's draw the Sun. Pay attention to the third parameter. The size of the Sun changes since the radius is tied to the y-coordinate and the screen width. The color of the Sun is yellow. And we draw the Moon. Everything here is similar to the Sun, but a slightly different formula for the radius. You can try changing this formula and see the result. At the very end, we increase the angle. You can set a different increment and get slower or faster movement. The smoothness of the movement of the Moon and the Sun will also be determined here. The object has been created. After the download is complete, perform initialization. We will also use the setInterval method to call the created sunrise-sunset method at regular intervals, namely 5 milliseconds. The last thing I would like to do is to create the method for stopping the animation when the left mouse button is pressed. To do this, we register a click event handler. 5 milliseconds after the left mouse button is pressed, the setTimeout method will fire and call the clearInterval method, which will cancel the timed repeating action previously set by the setInterval call. We will display a dialog box with a stop mark. It's done! As soon as the artist learns to sleep until sunset, he will have excellent chances to draw a beautiful sunrise.